Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Chanel Marche, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. So today I'm going to be doing a video about a miracle that God had performed on me and my siblings' behalf. And I say me and my siblings is because we were kind of part of it, but we weren't the actual one who experienced what had happened on this day. So for all of you all who don't believe in miracles, don't believe in angels, they are real and God is real, and I will always give God the glory because we have to redirect everything back to Him and give Him praise and glory and honor that He deserves. So, and this happened years and years ago, but it's in my mind as if it happened yesterday. But anyways, I was about 7 years old. So yeah, me and my twin brother, we were 7, and then my older brother, he was 8, of course. But anyways, on this particular day, me and my siblings were outside in the front yard. We were just playing. We were just playing, just having a good old time. And for some reason, me and my older brother, not my twin, me and my older brother, we just look up in unison, look up in the sky. We didn't say anything. We didn't have to tell each other to look up. It was just like God's hand was just like lifting our faces up to look in the sky. And so when we look up, we see these clouds. And these clouds they're white, but the outline was like a pinkish color. So anyways, it's these big clouds, and then they departed. They started departing. And when they departed, we see these angels. It is a unicorn and a angel that is sitting on top of the unicorn, this man. And we're just in awe at what is taking place. And we say to our brother, like, my twin brother, can you see what's going on right now? Can you see that? And my twin brother was like, what are y'all talking about? I don't see nothing. And we were pointing. We was like, right there. You don't see that? And he was like, no, he could not see it. And he was thinking that we were lying or playing some type of funny joke on him, but he could not see what we were seeing. I don't know, but he was not permitted or allowed to see it. And I'll get to why I think he wasn't permitted or allowed. But anyways, so we're looking at this unicorn and the angel on top of it. Now, the unicorn's wings were so long and big and wide. They were so big. And the angel, the man on top of the angel, he had like kind of like curly hair. It was like behind his ears, like neck length, not even touching his shoulders. It was like, yeah, like a little bit behind his ears. And angels are not colors, but you can make them out. It was like an outline of the angel, but it's hard to describe. You can make out their faces, but they're not physical beings you're looking at. They're spiritual, heavenly beings that you're looking at. And like I said, it was outlined with this pink color. It's hard to describe, but I hope this is making sense. But yeah, he had short curly hair. Like I said, he's not a color. He had a very strong, stern, serious face, and he was very strong looking, and he had a sword on his side. He had a sword, and he looked to be. Now, the reason why I want to talk about this video is because I was listening to a video last night that gave a description of Michael, the head archangel, and I will link it in this video. So this is why I'm talking about it. And in fact, back then, I didn't know who that was. I knew he had to have been the head of something because he looked to be he had a very dominant presence about him, very serious look about him, and he looked to be in charge or the head of something. I knew he was the head of something, I just didn't know. But now I know for a fact that that was Michael, the head archangel, who in fact we saw. But anyways, he had a sword on his side. And so the unicorn and the angel, they're just looking at me and my brother. They're just looking. They didn't say anything. They were just looking. I guess they wanted us to know, hey, I can see you. And of course, I know you see me. And so, anyways, the angel began to proceed to go over this spot. Now, the spot where the angel went to is a place where a lot of kids get hit. And for that very reason, my mother, she never allowed us to go that way to school. We always would go another way to school. We would go the back way. My mom always made sure that we always go the back way to go to school because, like I said, in that particular spot, a lot of kids have gotten hit. So for that very reason, we were not permitted or allowed to go that way to go to school. But anyways, the angel goes to that spot. And when the angel went to that spot, he circled around it 3 times. 3 times. And after the third time, when he circled around that very spot, some glittery diamond stuff came sprinkling down over that exact spot. And he had his sword out. The angel, when that was happening, he had his sword out and it looked like he was pointing to that very spot. And like I said, the diamond glittery stuff came sparkling down over that spot. And he did have his sword out. And so after that was done, he was going back towards the direction, towards the clouds. And he looked at us again. The unicorn and the angel looked at us again. And they went up a little bit more. Then he looked at us again. I don't know why, but he was just looking. And so, and me and my brother, we're just in awe that we're seeing this heavenly spiritual being right now, this spiritual experience that is happening. We're just in awe. I don't know how long we were looking at this angel. I don't know. I can't call it. But anyways, so before he goes back into the clouds, he looks one final time, and the unicorn turns back and look, and they go into the clouds, and God departed the clouds and made them close. And then once they closed, that same diamond glittery stuff came sparkling down, and the sky was regular. Now, the crazy part about it, after that experience, we did not talk about it anymore. We just played as if we saw nothing. And God had took it from our remembrance because it was like snatched immediately. And so I want to say about 3 days later, our mother was sending us off to go to school. And when we came out, and, my mom was like, making sure that my brother's shirts and stuff were together, making sure their zippers were zipped up. I was looking now, in this particular house where we lived, across the street, a little bit to the left, there is like a cornfield, just a field with no houses right there, no nothing. It's just a field. And I saw and I'm seeing this happen with my natural eye, but I know it's spiritual that's happening too. I saw this spirit demon transform into a physical person. Yes, I said that. I saw this spirit transform into a whole physical, natural person. And I'll never forget how this demon looked. She was kind of, I want to say she was about 5'6" or maybe 5'7". She was skinny. She was dark complected. She had a jerry curl. She looked like she was a alcoholic. She had these long, dirty nails. She had a red shirt on, these light blue jeans, and some sandals. Okay. And she just appears. She appeared there because she had an assignment to do. Satan had placed her right there, and he thought he was doing something, but God had already set this up, because God always see the plans of the enemy. We're going to give God his praise. So she came out of nowhere. She comes up to the house approaching us. And she said, oh, you guys are so pretty. Let me give them, I'll walk them to school. I'll take them to school. And my mom was just like, no, that's okay. They know how to go to school. And she insisted. She kept being persistent. And then finally my mom was like, dang, okay. Well, okay, you sure it won't be a problem? She was like, no, because I can take them. I'm going that way. And so my mom was like, okay. So now the hand that she took my hand, and she took my older brother's hand, but she did not take my twin brother's hand, because I was holding his hand. He was like on the outside on the left side, and then I was in the middle holding his hand, then the demon's hand, and the demon was holding my other brother's hand on the right side. So anyways, as we're walking, we crossed the street. My mother said the woman turned around and gave her like this evil grin, and my mom, there was nothing she could do, because at the time she had my baby sister, and there was nothing she could do. She knew immediately in her spirit that she was going to have to go in there and pray, because that demon turned around and gave her an evil look. And so this demon spirit was walking with us, and we were trying to tell her, we go this way to go to school. And she was saying, no, today we're going to go this way, okay? We're going to go this way. It's okay. And we was trying to tell her that my mom don't want us to go this way. She was like, okay, that's okay. We're going to go this way today. You're safe. And so as we're approaching over there at the spot where a lot of kids get hit, before that spot, now in the town, there are these 3 ladies at this time. They were known to be into superstition stuff, very into that weird stuff, supernatural, like the dark magic and stuff. Not dark magic, well, yeah, kind of, sort of. I don't know what all they did, but they were known to be very funny. Like they could tell when something evil or something like that. They were superstitious. And so as we are approaching these 3 women's house, they just so happened to be on the porch. Okay. Now, as we're approaching, they was like, we could hear them say, "Ooh, I feel an evil presence. I feel an evil spirit. Something's about to happen." They're saying this. Now, mind you, they can sense this demon, but they cannot see her at all. They cannot see her. And so, and they say something to just us 3, because that's all they see is us 3 children. They say, "Y'all babies, be careful. Y'all doing okay today?" And we say, "Yeah, we're doing okay." And she said, "Y'all be careful, but ooh, I feel an evil presence." And this is when the demon got a little nervous, and she was trying to make us walk faster. She was like, "Come on, come on, come on." She was getting nervous because she could tell that these 3 women, they didn't see her, but they could sense her. So anyways, this demon took us to the very spot where these kids got hit, and she disappeared. Okay. So it's just us 3. So the first person to walk in this intersection was my older brother. He walks first. Then immediately as I'm walking in the intersection, I knew in my spirit, even though I was 7, I knew something was wrong. And immediately when I was walking in this intersection, it sounded like my voice was echoing as I was trying to, I could feel something heavy. I knew something was wrong and I knew something was about to happen. And I was trying to rush my brother because my twin brother was the last person to walk in this intersection. And I just kept saying, hurry up. It sounded like an echo, though. I was saying, hurry up, please, hurry up. Come on. But it just was weird. It was like, I don't know why it was in slow motion and why it sounded like an echo, but it did. And I was even trying to turn around to hurry up to get my brother so that he can move faster. But the angel that was there would not permit nor allow me to turn around and take my brother's hand or try to get him to hurry up. It was a force that I couldn't even turn my body. Okay. But this is because he's going to get the glory. So, anyways, I knew something was wrong. Then, next thing I know, it was this car. This was a green car. I'll never forget the car. It was a green car, and the gentleman who drove the car, he had like this blonde hair. It was shoulder length. He had on these glasses, like reading glasses. He had a white shirt on and blue jeans. I'll never forget it. And his car was speeding at a fast rate. And next thing I know, I hear the tires screech and I'm turning around in slow motion. I'm like, no. And I turned around in slow motion and I could see my brother had gotten hit. He flew up in the air so high and fell down on that ground. And at this point, the driver, he said, he was hysterical, okay? He was a nervous wreck. He said, I tried to press on the brakes. The brakes were not working. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. My brakes weren't working. He was hysterical and so terrified. And of course, immediately I start screaming and I start crying and I'm like, oh my gosh, my brother got hit. Help me, help me, help me. And luckily, God had my aunt close by. She came on the scene. There was a fire truck literally right there at, I believe, the Huck store. So the fireman came immediately. And then as I'm asking for help, everybody was in shock. It's just a painful thing to see a kid get hit. So anyways, I run into someone's house. I call my mom and I'm like, Mom. She was like, I know. Don't even tell me. I already know. I already know. I don't want to know. I already know. So she said, I'm going to be there. And do you know now the way that my twin brother got hit? Okay. His skull should have been cracked open. He should have had broken bones, especially with his ribs and all of that. Do you know that my brother, of course, he kind of like blacked out. Like when he got hit, he was blacked out. But do you know, went to the hospital, had not one broken bone, no fractured skull, no internal bleeding, no nothing. He only walked away with a sling. Now, God, when I tell you God is good, he is so faithful. He only walked away with a little sling. And I think only like a little scratch. God is so good. When I tell you that was a miracle, that angel was right there and took that hit for my brother. And so, yeah, after that, I believe it was like maybe 3 weeks. I don't know how long after that accident happened, but it was a while. I think one day when my mom was doing laundry and it was her and I in the living room, I say to her, we saw an angel. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, we saw an angel. And of course, she was like, well, what did it look like? And I told her, and she was like, well, how come you didn't say anything? And I was like, I don't know. And so she was like, let me check this out. And she went into another room where my brothers were playing on their Nintendo or whatever, playing a game far in another room. And she asked them in private, without me being present, if they saw an angel. Of course, my twin didn't see it, but of course, my older brother told her, yeah, he saw it, and he gave an account of what I told her in private. And he told her the same thing. So then she knew that was confirmation. She knew that, in fact, we had seen an angel because she asked him in private. So that was confirmed when he told her the same exact thing that I pretty much told her. And she was like, wow, I guess God took that from you guys' memory, but that's a blessing to be able to have seen that. So when I tell you it pays to serve God, He will show up every time. We don't have to worry about what the enemy is planning to do, especially to those who are God's children, because God is always 2 steps ahead of the enemy, and He will abort every plan that the enemy may have to kill, steal, and destroy. We don't have anything to worry about. So I hope that this miracle and me talking about these angels and giving God the glory on what He did on our behalf encourages someone. And maybe in the comment section, you guys can share any miracles or any angels that you may have seen in your life. So I hope it bless you guys. You guys be blessed and be easy. Until the next time. Ciao. Bye bye.